Good afternoon. This is Q&L Expression. So good to be back on once again. This is my second video, and I just wanted to show you some of the work that I do. I've come up with these paper dolls because you know how we are back in the day. All of us played with paper dolls a lot. And by the way, my name is Margaret, and I've always loved paper dolls. My sister and I, we used to play with them constantly, all the time. Tear up all of my mother's catalogs. When Sears sent the catalog, or she would go to Sears and pick up one, before she knew it, why have you girls cut up my book? I hadn't finished looking at it. But that's the way it was. And when we got some money, we would go out and buy some and buy our favorite ones. So while on Etsy one day, I found some of the vintage paper dolls. And so I bought some off of Etsy for like $1. And we're just gonna see what we can do with what I did with some of them and what you can do with them. Here we go. In this book, in this journal, I did a lot of different things. I did some collages. These are some of my collages I did. The penguins was put in, and this is where I went to Hawaii, and I stayed at the Big Island. So these are some of the things that we've seen while I was in Hawaii. And by the way, you'll see a lot of cartoon characters in my journals because I love cartoon characters, and especially the Archie one, because those was the ones I read all the time. And there's little Lulu right there. That's my thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I was out of frame. Let's get back in frame. Put this stuff over here. Now, okay. This right here was collaged in the bug and the books. Sometimes I can't tell what I done collaged in. Here's the Road Runner right here. So that's what I do. We're gonna skip over. We'll go back through this another time and look through some of these are the ones I did, the yellow and the green. When you miss your flight. He missed his flight, and all of them are up here. This is one of my big head dolls. I took her, this is somebody else's head that I put on her body. And she looked like a giant with all these little cars going here. And then I changed her eyes. I made her eyes bigger. This one I like, playing hide and seek. Remember Pixie and Dixie? Here they are hiding up under the rocks, and she's going to look for her boy. All of this is collage, playing hide and seek. I love doing this. And this is one, remember Run for the Border, Taco Bell? And that's what she's doing. There's the police car, there's a guy running, even the squirrel. And you don't have to fly far to feel a world away. I really like this. The only thing that I collaged on this picture, well, I did the birds and the house. Sometimes you don't have to put a lot. Sometimes you just have to put a few things and it'll make a big statement. How do you keep it simple? And a lot of times that's all you got to do is keep it simple. Here's one of my favorite ones I like, Stay Connected. This was an ad from somewhere else. And I don't know why I stuck that coconut there, but this one beautiful. And this is a collage. All of this is collaged in her, all of it. I love this one. Defy Mother Nature by Embracing Her. I've seen a lot of people use this image right here. And here's a girl. Only thing I collaged on here was her. My eyes don't hold me back. And here's Wimpy. Great grill for hamburgers. And then here's Wilma and Betty. I hope Fred and Barney find some marshmallows. That's what I like to do. I like to take the cartoons. These, I haven't done anything with this. And this is one of my girls. Well, her face is from a magazine. that I pasted on her. Then I colored. I colored in her arms and her feet. She's the only thing collaged on here. Okay, that's Betty and Veronica. I did them. They were the only thing I collaged on here. Now let's get into some of my dolls I was telling you about. This one is kind of weird. I'm gonna put on the caption one of them days because she's got a man body. I drew the face. These are all my drawings, and I collaged everything into here. This one, only thing I did, I drew the face again, and I just left her her arms and legs like that, and then I drew her face. I'm going to show you how I put one of these together. Here's another one. Look at that. I thought that was too cool how I did that. I had the ghost coming down. And this is another one of my drawings. You see her cat. And there's her bird. My auntie used to love parakeets. So that's what, and she was a real sassy dresser. So this lady really kind of reminded me of her. Now this is just one, I did her face too. I don't know. I like the way she looks. She's got a really weird look at how big her eyes are. I even made them square. Pretty cool. This is one of my coloring because I color as well. I do coloring books. And so I had colored this in a big book. But then I took it and I shrunk it down so I could put it on this page. I love this one right here. Don't tread lightly. Here she is. I did her. I made her face. And then I took her body as a magazine out of a magazine and put it in here with my golfer. Here's another one. See, I did this. She had on stripes right here. The bug climbing up the wall, the stripe. And of course, I did her face. There's Elmer Fudd. So that's what I'm saying. I really like my cartoon characters. And here's the last one. Just her and her dog. And this was just one magazine post that I had got. All right. So that's the end of, I got a lot of this book still finished. But, okay, I'm going to show you how I put the doll together. And let's put this to the side. Okay, here it wasn't but 3 pieces. Now what I did, I had a whole, let me show you. Here she is. Here's my paper doll. It's 2 of them that came on there. And so to make her work, I took, you see what I did to her body? So I didn't need all her whole body. I didn't need her whole body. I'm doing a video. I didn't need her whole body. I only need part of it. So I took a part. I took this. I had cut this out. Now I'm gonna glue it on to the rest of her body. I might have to cut out some pieces on it, but that's the way she'll look. Then we'll add her head, which I made. These are my dolls. We're trying to think of a name for my dolls. And we'll put her head on. So let's glue that down. Gotta find my glue book. Okay, take this. We're gonna glue this. I use glue sticks sometime. I use glue sticks. Then I also use Nuvo, and I even sometimes use the wet one, with the wet glue. Right now I'm going to use the glue stick. Okay. This way I don't use it. I was using up too much glue because I would just leave the whole body intact like that and cut all of that out. And then I have to glue everything on it. So instead of doing that, I just cut the body out to size, because sometimes the clothes don't be sized just right. Okay, now I'm gonna trim her up. I always forget to put the top back on. So Tim Holtz is my favorite go-to scissors. I have 3 different sizes. I have the mini, I have the medium one, then I have the Big Daddy of all. Scissors cut so true. So those are the ones that I use. Okay, I'm gonna trim this up, because sometimes, you know, just like on paper dolls, the clothes never did fit right sometimes, and you had to adjust them. So that didn't take too much. Okay, let's see a part of her leg. I just cut out like maybe 6 or 7 of the same one. Well, I copied 6 or 7 of the same one. Now I'm gonna glue her head on. Okay. And there she is. Let's look. There she is. I think that's pretty cool. Always a little piece you might find you have to trim off. So we're gonna trim her up a little bit. There she is, a brand new model. Okay, now let's see if we can put her on one of the journal pages. Or, I don't know if I can put, I got the spot right there. She can be overlooking the ruins. That'll fit just right. I think that's good. That'll work. Okay, let's glue this down. Okay, let me use my, I don't see it, here it is. I have one that's smaller, but this one you can see easier on my desk, because my desk, like most folks' desks, is a mess. Here we go. Now we'll find other things to add on to her. I might not find it today. This is one of the books I usually use, things to cut out of collage. I've used it quite a bit, as you can tell. She's kind of, we could take that poodle and use that poodle. Or, let's see. We need a dog that's going this way. Well, we could use this one facing her. Or we could use one that's running ahead of her. I don't know. Let's try both. We can audition them, and that's what you have to do. You have to audition different things to see how it'll work in your project and what you're trying to do. So we're gonna audition these two. If they don't work, then we'll find something else. Okay. Let's cut around it. I don't want to cut it all the way out right now. I don't like him. He ain't doing nothing. He just standing there. I think we'll add that one because he is doing something. Okay, let's see how long it'll take me to cut this out. Always try to move your hand and not the scissors. And the scissors, just guide the scissors along and get a pretty good cut. I'm not the best fussy cutter. But I can always go back in and trim it up. Really simple collage. I'm not going to try to put a lot of pieces. On some of them I go into depth more, but on these in this particular journal, I only put a few. You might hear other people talking. My son is in my craft room is wide open. I don't have a door, so there we go. And she's running. He's running. We're going to call her she. Okay. I thought I seen some edges that I needed to trim off, but it don't look good. Here we go. Well, I like that. And we're going to leave that right there for right now. And you never know, we might come back to it. Sometimes I come back and finish and do more work on them, then sometimes I don't. So we'll just see how it goes. Well, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you do, please like and subscribe. I'm a brand new YouTuber, and it would be great for you to join me as we both go through this endeavor. Thank you from QNL Expression, signing off.